Good afternoon, everyone. It gives an immense pleasure to have you all for this webinar. I, Rohan Deshpande, Associate Vice President at Crescendo Worldwide, welcomes all of you. The basic intention of this webinar is to introduce India and Thailand as emerging platforms for interior decoration. India, being the second highest in population, brings a lot of opportunities in interior decorators section. Okay, increasing awareness in living standard has attracted so many players from this sector to expand into the Indian market. To have more glimpse, let's have the presentation. I would request our IT team to please share the presentation. Yeah, Thailand-India business opportunities for interior decoration. We will be following this index. First, we will be seeing about Thailand, some facts regarding. Then India-Thailand bilateral relations, interior decorator industry in Thailand. Then we will be seeing about India, then the interior decorator industry in India, trade fairs and exhibitions happening in India as well as Thailand, associations and chambers supporting for the sector, some steps for success, then forms of expansion, followed by the most important question and answer round. Next, we will be seeing about Thailand. You can see on the screen, the capital is Bangkok, having the area 5,13,120 kilometers square. It has a population around 70 million. The GDP count for Thailand is US dollar 509.20 billion, recorded in 2020. Its GDP rank is 24th, and official language spoken is Thai language. You can also see the map on right hand side and the exact location of the Bangkok. This is the Thailand share of economic sectors in GDP. You can see the maximum is of service sector, which carries around 60%, followed by industry, which is 33%, and agricultural is less in Thailand, which is 8%. Speaking about India-Thailand relation, you can see India and Thailand share the maritime boundary in the Bay of Bengal. India holds its embassy in Bangkok and one consulate in Chiang Mai. Thailand, being well established global value chains, holds great opportunities for India, especially in manufacturing and services. Booming tourism, we all know Thailand is famous for tourism, and exchange of high-profile visits are helping to transform the modern Thai person's perspective on New India and vice versa. Thailand is working hard to have a better business relations with India to link these two markets through India, Northeastern region, and Cambodia, Laos, and Myanmar. Speaking about the interior decorator industry in Thailand, you can see some interior market overview of Thailand. In 2021, the revenue in the furniture and homeware segment is projected to reach US dollar 208 million. Then revenue is expected to show a compound annual growth rate of 10%, resulting in a projected market volume of US dollar 304 million by 2025. Then in the furniture and homeware segment, the number of users is expected to amount to 12.2 million by 2025, which is quite a large number. Also, the user penetration rate hits by 17.4% by 2025, and the average revenue per user is expected to amount US dollar 26.13 in Thailand. These are top companies in Thailand for interior design. You can see Element Interiors, Delcoin, Studio Interiors, Baya, then PAC Architecture Company Limited, then Puri Design Consultant, Bo 13 Interiors, Check Interior Stylist, then NICS Design, and so on. These are the market drivers for interior decoration in the Thailand, that is growing middle class. The Thailand's household disposable income is growing significantly between 2010 and 2015. income expanded at compound annual growth rate of approximately 6.5%. Also, the changing lifestyle grows the interior decoration market. An increased number of people are developing a taste for products with unique design to differentiate themselves from others. Next, and very important, is access to social media. Thailand ranked the world's 11th country with highest active social media users, which brings a lot of opportunities and various models for interior designs. Social network has not only led to consumers having higher awareness of design products. Now, speaking about India, you can see the capital New Delhi having the area 32,87,263 kilometers square. Population is around 1.38 billion. GDP counts is US dollar 2.8 trillion. GDP rank is 6th and official language is Hindi. This is the GDP by sector in India. You can see the maximum is for service sector, which is approximately 15%, followed by industry sector, which is 25%, manufacturing 14%, and agricultural carries 16%. Then interior decorator industry in India. You can see the future growth in 2021, which is expected at US dollar 1.1 billion. It was recorded as US dollar 837 million in 2017, and which is growing at compound annual growth rate of 8%. This is the Indian interior market overview. You can see the market for home interiors and renovation in India is estimated to be USD 20 billion to USD 30 billion in coming 10 years. Interior designing industry is more concentrated in urban areas and big cities in India. The interior design market is a crafty science enhancing the interiors of a space to achieve a healthier and aesthetically pleasing environment. With the visible transition in the Indian work culture, office furniture and interiors have seen a major evolution. You can see nowadays the office commercial spaces are expected to opt out for various interior design services in the market to attract the more businesses. Old and established offices, we also consider refurbishing their offices spaces along with startups and new offices. Hotels are also coming up with design guidelines and pose of trade letters combining creativity and sustainability. These are the number of interior designers across India, well-known interior designers. You can say the Vijayawada carries 100, then Surat 100, Cochin 100, followed by Ahmedabad, Goa, Rajkot, Pune, Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and Gurgaon. This is the most important, the service offered by design companies in India. You can see the design discipline on left-hand side and typical services offered by these disciplines. First is architectural design. You can see the services offered as supply of designs, then site supervision, then coordination with contractors and consultants, followed by project planning, then project estimation, project management services, infrastructure development, structural engineering required, and design development, urban design, environmental design, cost analysis, and estimates required for particular designing sector. Next is interior design plus landscape architecture plus furniture design. You can see the typical services offered as set design, furniture and utility product design, home office interior design, then accessories and furnishing designs, residential and commercial landscape designing and detailing, retail space design. These are the growth drivers for interior design market. You can see the growing Indian real estate market and growing population is the major factor. Rising income levels and urbanization. As I already told, the lifestyle changes lead to a surge in demand for interior designing services include smart homes. Now, Indian government has a major project as a smart homes. Therefore, the influence of social media and changes in the living standards and lifestyles of the people, then almost all people are choosing theme-based designs for their commercial and residential spaces. Countless themes like Mediterranean style, the European style, the ethnic Indian style of design and decor are getting common nowadays. Virtual reality is disrupting the interior designing industry and has made visualizing and experimenting process easy for both client as well as designers. Growing investments in tier 1 and tier 2 cities in the nation, which is leading to a rise the number of interior designing and designers in India in these cities. So these are some popular interior design styles in India. You can see the modern style with clean, crisp lines, simple color palette, materials that can include metal, glass, as well as steel. Second is contemporary. These are the curving lines you can see on the screen. You can see the third style, that is minimalist, which is popular in Australia and nowadays it is becoming popular in India. Neutral and airy color palettes. You can see simple and streamlined furnishing. Nothing excessive or flamboyant in accessories or decor. Next is industrial style, sense of unfinished rawness in many of the elements. It's not uncommon to see exposed bricks and wood. The mid-century modern, you can see design style of the mid 1900s, primarily the 1950s and 60s. On the right hand side, you can see there is a retro nostalgia present in mid-century modern design. Next, you can see on the screen the sixth style, that is Scandinavian, all white color palettes, natural elements like foam pressed wood, then bright plastics, enameled aluminium, steel, and wide plank flooring. This is traditional style, classic details, then dark finished wood, which is very common in India. Rich color palettes, variety of textures and curved lines you can see. Then transitional, sense of balance that's appealing and unexpected. Many incorporate modern materials such as steel and glass and unite them with plush furnishing. You can see on the left hand side. This is the French country. May include soft and warm tones of red, yellow, or gold. Natural material like stone and brick. Can include collection of ornate and porcelain dishes, heavy lines, and bed coverings. These are mainly used in the big hotels in India. The next is style 10, that is Bohemian, may include vintage furniture and light fixtures, globally inspired textiles and rugs, displays of collections and items found in widely varied sources, including flea markets and during one's travel. This is the demanded sectors for interior decorators. You can see the focus sectors are divided mainly as commercial and residential. In commercial, you can see the retail, corporate offices, art and culture, hospitality and recreation, health and medical. In retail, it is further classified as a boutique shop, restaurants and cafe, etc. In corporate offices such as virtual office or co-working space. Art and culture, that is art gallery, museum, theater, cinema or music studio. In hospitality and recreation also, that is in hotels and spas. Health and medical, which includes hospitals, clinics, beauty clinics and dental clinics. For residentials, you can see on the screen house and townhouses. You can see the apartment. Some trade fairs and exhibitions happening in India and Thailand. You can see the Architecture and Interior Expo. Next is the Economic Times held in the Bangalore. Next, 34th edition trade show Architect 21 Expo in Bangkok and Mumbai Wood. These are some famous trade fairs and exhibitions. Associations and chambers. The Association of Designers of India, the Indian Design Associations, Thailand's Interior Designers Associations, which can provide you the brief idea about the statistics of interior decorators in India as well as Thailand. Now, next, moving ahead, we will be focusing some steps for success. Now, first is knowing yourself, that is understanding your manufacturing and infrastructure capabilities, what design you can make, then product suitability for the region, whether you want to do business in India or Thailand. You have to first know the product suitability there, then product approvals and certifications required for the business you are doing there. Then allocating resources and budget, you have to think over these things. After knowing yourself, the next step coming up is knowing market, that is understanding the regional price structure, knowing import statistics, then which market trends are going, which are the new models in the market, then what are the customer needs, which competitors are doing business in the particular region. Also, you must know about the logistic cost and import duty required, etc. After knowing the market, you have to prepare yourself according to this information. That is, you have to define the strategy to enter into the market. That is roadmap, finalizing budget and resources required. Then preparing your marketing material in the regional language. That is, this marketing material can be your presentation, websites, brochures, product catalogs, etc. Changes in product as per regional standard. You have to prepare for that. Then process for applying to government tenders, etc. After preparing yourself, you have to approach the customers. That is, identifying potential customers, approaching to relevant associations, clusters, and exhibitions to know the more information, attending trade fairs and conferences to know the current trends in the market, and by using social media for updates, then digital lead generation and physical clients meetings, etc. will be helpful to approach to the customers. Then the forms of expansion you can see on the screen. You can directly serve the customers in the region, or you can start the smart office there. You can also start the sales office and you can appoint the distributor for that sales office. Then warehouses, then greenfield and a brownfield investment in the particular region, or you can make a strategic alliance or partnerships for the competitors there. Then you can also take part as a joint venture and you can work as a project-based cooperation. So that is from my side. Now we will be moving to the poll questions. Now I would request all the participants, please try to answer the questions you are seeing on your screen. Yes, I believe all the participants can see a question window on their screen. I would request all the participants to take part in the question and answer round so that we can get the more insights from your side and we can move further ahead. The first question is, do you have the potential business in India or Thailand? I can see the good response from the participants. Yeah, I would request all the participants, please try to answer the questions so that we can get the more insights, what is going on in your mind. According to that, we can take the steps further. Yeah, do you have the expansion plans in India and Thailand? Yes, I can see the good response in terms of branch office. Many people are interested in terms of branch office. Then 33% are saying yes, they have expansion plans in terms of distribution centers. Then have you visited or participated any international exhibitions? Yeah, many of us saying yes, we have visited. Yeah, do you see India and Thailand as a strategic location for interior decorator sector? Yes, I can see the full response from the participants. 100% are saying yes. It can be the strategic locations for doing business in India and in Thailand. So I would again request all the participants, please take part in the question and answer round. Yeah, I believe all the participants have done with their question and answer round. We have only 3 minutes of time. Already, we are left with only approximately 15 seconds now. Yeah, thank you very much, all the participants, to take part in the poll question round. Thank you so much. Now we will be moving ahead. Yeah, I would request our IT team to stop the live session, and next we will be moving to the question and